back to the Postgame show presented by the Maroon Club, enhancing 23 Division I sports. Join the Maroon Club today. And by Coca-Cola. Experience the Coke side of life. Experience a good side of life. Here's Sam Cooperman with head coach Kia Damon Olson.
Well, guys, I'm here with Kia Damon Olson. A lot of smiles on the court between this post-game celebration for the Lafayette Leopards. They win it by 14, 68-54. A season best and several year best, 61% from the field for this team today. How were you guys able to find so much success against an Army team that had won its previous 5?
You know, we executed the game plan that we had, and I thought that, you know, the girls did a really good job of, for the most part, limiting them to one shot and the shot that we would prefer that they have. And I thought that, you know, with Army's intensity and some of the different things that they do on defense, it created some advantages for us. And if we could find them, then possibly we could have some success. And, you know, we were able to score a lot of points in the paint, whether they be post-ups or drives today. And I thought that really was the difference.
Right. You talk about point in the paint. You guys on the season, you shoot the ball pretty well from 3, but today that was not a big factor in the game plan. You only took 5 3-pointers. How were you guys able to continue to find success from the interior?
Well, it was a combination of things, of post-ups, you know, drives, offensive rebounds, things of that nature. And the second game of the week is normally when you see the fatigue step in. So we didn't want to have a whole bunch of 3-point shots, even though we shoot the ball well. We wanted to play a little closer to the basket today, and we had some success doing that.
Well, the fatigue thing is interesting because you hit the bye game Wednesday when across the league there's not going to be games. And it's interesting because you guys have now won a couple in a row. I always wonder from an outside perspective, like, okay, you have that streak and then you have the time off. In theory, you think, oh, you want to keep playing, you want to keep the mojo, but I know that you guys work so hard. I'm sure there's a lot of fatigue and some rest that's needed. Your thoughts on that?
Well, it's a balance, as you're alluding to. So it's rest and it's staying sharp. And we'll do a little bit of that this week. We'll get our high-minute kids some much-needed rest, but we also want to stay sharp. So, you know, we'll get in the gym and do some things and continue to work on getting our team better.
Well, congrats on the win, Coach. I know Abby and Kayla are chomping at the bit to get over here, so I'll let them do it. Thanks. All right, so Abby Antonoli is the first up here, and big game for you, 22 points, tying a career high in field goals made. You know, I think the efficiency was the craziest part. You basically didn't miss tonight, or today I should say. You know, what was working for you in this one?
I think I had a lot of success in the mid-range. Typically, I feel like all year I've had success around the 3, but I had to alter it because it wasn't there tonight, and I was really able to hit it and get hot. But, you know, shoot or shoot, last game I could not really hit the broadside of a barn, and today I did, so it's just got to shoot through it.
And after the third quarter, this is the tie game, and there's been times this year where you guys have been in these games and things have slipped. What was different this fourth quarter?
Exactly. We came together. I was like, this is a great test for us. We've been here before. We need to prove that we could keep this lead, and that's exactly what we did. It came down to defense. It always does, and I feel like our defensive intensity was phenomenal today.
Yeah, and some of those big plays late in the game. I know there was one on the wing. You're able to get a little spin move and you drill that shot. You know, yeah. When you have moments like that, when you just do something crazy on the floor, the place erupts. What's that feeling like as a player?
It's awesome. You know, it brings the energy up even more. You get really excited. Then you go back on D and you have an extra step, which you shouldn't, but you do. But even like Kylie Steele, like that one play, I just remembered the place erupted and we really got so much energy. So, yep.
Well, congrats on a heck of a game, Abby. We'll let Kayla come over.
Thank you.
All right, Kayla Drummond, waiting a long time, but this was a career day for you. 19 points, 3 blocks, double-double with 10 boards, blocks and points, career highs. What was working for you out there in this one?
I think just taking advantage of being physical. Obviously, we didn't have anyone on the team that was super tall, so we were able to get it into the post and just do basic moves and get the job done.
Yeah, and your coach was telling us just that, the fact that you had that advantage in the post, you're able to utilize it, but this is now 4 straight games for you with double-figure scoring. What has allowed your play to really erupt here in this Patriot League stretch?
I think just being confident with the ball, being patient in the post is the most important thing. I think we've been sharing the ball more. We've been playing inside and outside, not just relying on inside play. So, yeah, those are the things that makes the difference.
And what's that feeling like after a game like this, all smiles, celebrating, getting a win against a team that's been really tough of late?
It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. We played team basketball today. We shared the ball. There was high communication in our zone. Our zone was very active. We were able to get defensive stops, so it's a great feeling.
All right, well, go enjoy it with the team, Kayla. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Gary, John, back to you.
All right, great job, Sam, and certainly congratulations to our players of the game. Our announcer of the game, John Leone, will take you through the highlights.
Here we go. It's a short field. We don't. But it was an easy game to do, a fun game to do. You heard Abby Antignoli talk about her mid-game, and she kind of got things off to a really, really good start. And you heard Coach Damon Olsen talk about ball movement, screen and roll, attacking the rim, all of those things, and the shooting percentages, suggest the same. Lafayette was hurt early on by some mistakes in the zone defense, not blocking out and certainly leaving their feet. But in the long run, I mean, Kayla Drummond, our Coca-Cola player of the game, one of the Coca-Cola players of the game, did a terrific job around the bucket. Taylor Wilson kept Army alive with some good three-point shooting, but you saw ball reversal. That time it was Kate Donahue as Army closed out. It gave her the baseline. And look at the ball movement. I mean, again, Haley Smith that time with a left-handed finish, but a terrific pass that time. I think it was Michaela Andrews. But Army just wouldn't go away, as you would expect. That was Lithgow deep with that three. And then look at the move-in transition by Abby. Boy, she was hitting on all cylinders. This is one of the better games. Abby always plays well. She always plays hard, but she was extra special tonight, and a good win over a second-place Patriot League team. Again, Army coming in with that long win streak. They wouldn't go away, though. In the end, though, that's not Army's game, and they hit some threes. Look at this one. They whiffed on the steal, and Abby turns around. Rather than drive the ball to the bucket, she was feeling it. She knocked it in. And this young lady, a double-double for Kayla Drummond. She was a huge difference in this game, rebounding the ball, again, in transition. I can't recall a game when the Lafayette women were this aggressive and this in sync offensively, and you never know what one win's going to do. You know, they had the good win the last time out. They've piled on with another one. Maybe they got this little streak going of their own.
Well, you shoot 61% in a game, you're going to win the game and defend as well as they did. 32% by Army, and they went to the foul line, something that's been problematic for the Leopards. 11 for 14 from the foul line. Certainly a good ball game, and as crazy as the Patriot League is, team in first place today, Holy Cross, they got beaten by 13 by Boston University. So this league looks like it's going to be up for grabs. 19 points for Drummond, 10 rebounds, 22 for Abby, and 11 points for Michaela Andrews. They are the big three. The big three came through today. 14 for Erickson, 15 for Wilson. Those were the Army scores. Army drops to 6-4 in the league. Lafayette goes to 3-7 and makes a steady climb now out of that bottom position as they look for a day off on Wednesday. We'll be back here to look at the women again against Lehigh at 2 o'clock. The men will play that night at Lehigh. That will be a 7 o'clock game. So John and I will do one, and then we'll jump in our car and go watch one. I think that's the best Saturday you can have. My thanks to John Leone. My thanks to John Sabino and his crew for a job very well done today. Sam Cooperman doing a great job on the sidelines. And we thank all of you for taking a couple of hours to spend it with us knuckleheads. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.